Happy day, dear children. Welcome to 6th standard English class. Hope you are all good. Today, new lesson number 5, India at Play. This lesson dealing about Indian games, especially Kho, Kabaddi, wrestling, kite flying, gilli danda, kit and chess. Okay, children, now we move to the lesson. India at play. When we think of sports, games like cricket, football, and tennis come to mind. We rarely think of games such as Kabaddi, Gilli Danda, and Kit, though they have been with us for centuries and are played enthusiastically in almost every village and city of India. What are these games? Where do they come from? And what do they mean to us? Let's read on. In the history of humankind, sports has always played an important role, both as a source of amusement and means of keeping the mind and body fit. In ancient time, as with many ancient civilizations, it was not enough to gain knowledge. The health and fitness of one's body was equally important. Long before India had embraced cricket and football, games such as kite flying, kabaddi and kho, to name a few, were played both by kings and commoners. These games do not boast of having sports stars like Sachin Tendulkar or MC Mary but they are immensely popular even today. Interestingly, the earliest forms of some of these games existed even before the Mahabharata was written. Kho is one such example, a game of great agility and alertness. In ancient times, it was played on rath or chariot and was known as Rathira. In its modern version, the castle form, one team tried to touch an opponent from the other team to get them out. The chaser may pass his or her task to a teammate sitting on the central line made a rectangular field by touching the teammate's back and shouting "Go." The team that takes the shortest time to dismiss its rivals wins. Another game of touching and dismissing opponents is Kabaddi. It is said to have originated from the Mahabharata incident of Abhimanyu getting trapped in a Chatravya created by his enemies. Kabaddi is a game of breath control, raiding and darting. A player at the opposing team tries to touch an opponent and return to his or her team, all the while chanting Kabaddi Kabaddi and holding the breath. At the ancient games, so far, India has always won gold in Kabaddi. Another popular sport dating back to the ancient times is wrestling. The Mahabharata mentioned Duryodhana and Bhima as accomplished wrestlers. The most famous freestyle version of wrestling in India is Gusti, which symbolizes bravery and strength. Benevolence or wrestlers gently practice in akharas or wrestling schools and Danger's annual village competition decide a new champion every year. Many Indian wrestlers such as Sushil Kumar, Geeta Phogat and Babita Kumari have gained international fame and become the face of Indian wrestling. In India, sports also has a role in the celebration of festivals. Kite flying played fascinated by the nobility during medieval times. Now marks many joyous occasion in India. The International Kite Festival is held every year in Gujarat during Maha Sankranti. On 15th August, the sky is dotted with kites as people celebrate Independence Day. Kite battles are also held whereon kite flying entangles the strings of his or her kite around another's and try to cut it. Some games are played for pure enjoyment. Gilli Danda, for example. It is said to have originated during the Mauryan period. It is similar to cricket but uses the gilli, a small piece of wood tapped at the ends, and the danda, the short sticks. The gilli is hit with the danda, and if the fielding team succeeds in chatting the gilli, the stickers is out, else the distance between the starting point and where the gilli lands is mentioned with the danda. The team with the highest score wins. A very popular game among children in rural India. It is also played in Nepal as Dandibio and in Iran as Alak Dolak. Another game popular among children is Keet Keet. Simple yet tricky. It tests the player's skill at balancing and aiming. The number grid is down on the ground. A player has to toss a stone or a marker on the number square and hoop on the one leg from one end of the grid to other and back again without losing balance. It continues till the player reaches the last square and complete lap successfully. The game is played as hopscotch in England and escort in France. Most of these games require the full involvement of one's body and mind. However, a game like chess can only be won with strategies of sharp mind. Today, India trains itself on the feast of former world chess champion Vishwanath Anand and Grandmaster Conor Humphrey. Incidentally, the pride also lies in the fact that the game is said to have originated in India. Ancient texts like the Ramayana and Mahabharata call the game Chaturanga. According to the Persian poet Firuzasi, an Indian king sent a Chaturanga board to the king of Persia, from where the game spread to the rest of the world. These traditional games are a significant part of our cultural heritage. We play them to exercise our body and mind, to test our agility and skill, and most importantly, to have fun. But these games also contain in them the spirit of our history. They may not inspire the kind of frenzy that games like cricket easily do, but they carry forward our legacy and gives us our identity. I hope you understood this lesson. Thank you, children.